Hey everyone, welcome to another video. As promised, I did work on getting the Midtown Maddness 2 to run on modern systems. I did find some compatibility patches and some files that improve the game, uh, very similar to the way it was improved on the first one. So let's go ahead, as always, let's go ahead and pop open our browser. We're going to have some links on here. So first of all, let's go ahead to the one in the description. We're going to go ahead and download the official update. That's the one from Microsoft itself for compatibility. So let's go ahead and download that. Obviously, I won't do it because I already have them, but this is the button you're going to click on to download those. Go ahead and click on the, security robot here, and then download the file. Then we're going to do the same with this second one. Now this one's going to be one called the speedboot. This will actually allow the game to run without any issues. So we're going to go ahead and download that one also, do the same as before. Then this one here is the one that improves the game with a ton of features on there. So if you go ahead and take the time and read the description, you'll see all the stuff that it adds on there. So once again, click the I'm Not a Robot, download the file. And then we're going to do that to the patch for the previous one we just downloaded. So this is 5.1. Do the same, click on the robot thing, download the patch. And then we're also going to have the, I'm going to put the download for you for the DG Voodoo. The good news with this is you can actually get the game to run at 4K. If you do have a system that's able to do that, you should be able to do it once you have followed all the instructions on here. So once you've done all those files, let's go ahead and close the browser. We're going to go ahead and navigate to the folder where you have everything at. And you should have one folder open with the game already installed, and then the files that we downloaded. This one here you can ignore. I did that one on purpose to retain the settings that I had for DG Voodoo, so I don't mess up when I'm doing the settings. They'll all be set to what they were, and we can go over it on the video. So the first thing we're going to want to go ahead and extract is the compatibility one. So just go ahead and extract that to the folder name. So you have the name of the folder with the files. Go in there, highlight all the files, Control A, Control C, copy, and paste that in your folders. Once you have that, we can backtrack to the other side. And now we're going to do the speed boot. Going to go ahead and do the same with that one. Copy all the files from in there. Do the exact same thing. So just overwrite the file on the right side. Once we're done with that, backtrack again. Okay, so we've done both of these. So now we're going to go ahead to the patch. You want to make sure you do the main one first. So that should be the bigger size file. 61 size. So we're going to go ahead and extract that one. We're going to go in there. Now on this one, the one that says main installation, you're going to copy every single one of those. You don't have to do the readme, but you can always put it in there in case you need to reference that later. So copy all of those, paste that in the folder. Then once you have those in there, there's optional add-ons here that you can do. What I suggest you do is go ahead and click the readme so you can see the ones that you want to put in there. Now what I did to make this easier so there's no crashes with the game, because there's certain situations for the ones that I skipped, like for the extra cars. So the ones that I did was the extra cities. And let's see, we left all the custom cars alone. So we can do the HUD one, leftover cities. And the widescreen. So this one here, leftover cities and the widescreen. So go ahead and copy those. And then once you get comfortable with the program and you've read all of this on here, you can choose the other cars, you know, if you want to add the other cars on there. So we'll go ahead and copy these bad boys here and we'll paste them in the folder to the right. All right, and then those should go in there pretty quick. And then you can go to the content folder. You can go in there and let's see. Transparent water. So from the description he put on there, I wouldn't even mess with those because he took them out. I guess there was a method to his madness, so we'll go ahead and leave those alone. And now we're going to do the DG Voodoo. So let's go ahead and do the same with the folder, extract that. We're going to take all the files out of there. Put those inside the folder. Once all those folders are inside this one, we're going to go navigate to the MS folder. And we're going to take out two files out of here. So we're doing this one and the draw file. So copy both of those. And then we're going to go back into the folder here and paste those. Okay, now that this is done, it should go off without a hitch. So let's go ahead and launch the game and everything should be good. I believe that you don't need the CD once you have done this. So I'm going to verify that right now by launching this. And then what you want to do, right click the Midtown 2 executable. You want to hit compatibility and you want to make sure service pack for XP is on too. And then run as administrator. So once you make sure that that's set, we're going to go into the DG Voodoo launch. You're going to click on this little thing right here. That way it'll pick the directory where the game files are at. You're going to go into here. Now you can go as high as 4K. I've already run it on that on mine for the purpose of the video, since it you know, makes the video comes out messed up if you have a different res than your desktop. So I'll leave it at 1920 by 1080. We're going to leave this watermark on just for testing purposes. You can take it off later. This way we know if it works right off the bat, because you'll see the logo on the bottom right. So once these things are checked, we can go in here. You're going to pick the highest one you can from, you know, their settings on your computer. If you have 12, go ahead and pick this one. And then everything else we're going to leave alone. And then my rule of thumb with this is I always go in there to double check, because sometimes it will erase one of the settings, but it did keep everything on here, so we are good to go. So once that's set, we should be able to launch the game and do a couple of settings from here, and then we should be able to run the game. So let's go ahead and launch this. Now since we use the DG Voodoo, you're going to get this weird small movie playing, but pay no attention to that because it's going to load up fine. Take a couple seconds and it'll go right past the menu screen here. Once we're inside the menu there, we're going to make a couple of changes there. So we're going to go to options. You're going to go ahead, you know, set your control and so forth. So that's pretty self-explanatory, so you guys could do that on your own. Once we have that set, we want to go back into video or the graphics button here. This is important. If you do not do this, it will more than likely crash on you. So you want to click on the display, you want to pick DG Voodoo DirectX wrapper. And this, if you have the capability, leave it on the one with the TNL. And this resolution you will not need to change because it's going to change it for you through DG Voodoo. So texture quality, we can go ahead. I picked it very high on here. Cloud shadows high, and then we can click done. And now we should be able to launch the game with no errors. And on the DG Voodoo settings, for me, if I try to do the anti-lacing on there, it did crash the game. So I would just stay away from doing it unless, you know, your game doesn't crash when you do it. But it did crash on mine, so just a heads up that it might do it to you also. So now we can go ahead and click drive, and everything should load up fine, and it should run smoothly. Here we are. As you can see, it is good to go. Game looks great at this resolution. And like I said, if you're able to do it on your computer, go ahead and crank that up to 4K. And if your computer can handle it, it'll look even better than this. So this is a real benefit because this is like I was saying earlier, this game here was one of the hardest ones to get running on modern computers. But as you can see, if you follow the video, you should be good in getting this to go, and you should be able to enjoy the game now. So once again, my friends, the video is over. If you guys have any questions, you can go ahead and feel free to leave comments in the the sections on YouTube. Go ahead and please do hit that subscribe. I think a lot of people are hitting the bookmark and just going, and checking the site periodically, and that's not helping me. So if you guys can, please go ahead and refer your friends to the site if they're, like-minded and like to play old school retro games and learn about computers. Let them know about the site. And we will see you guys on the next one. Go ahead, have a good day, and hit subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.